I need to get a lot transplanted in the garden today and some seeds started. But first I want to talk about something that Jess and Maya from Roots and Refuge talked about in our last video. Can you guess what it is? Maya said that their goal for this year was to produce 85% of the food that they eat, including meat, vegetables, those kind of things. So I asked him, why not 100%? A lot of people say they want to grow 100% of what they eat. I thought I knew the answer to that, and he said, because that's just not reasonable for them. That's not physically possible for them to do right now. They can't grow their own wheat, they can't grow their own sugar cane, really the staples of what our diets consist of. And I thought that was really interesting that they picked 85%, and it kind of got me thinking that I've been going about this whole thing here all wrong. And I want to explain that a little bit today. Our goal has never been to produce all the food we eat. We know that that's not possible. That's not possible for a lot of people. But we do want to grow as much as we can and offset our grocery bills that way, start eating better. We are able to produce quite a lot of food here on the farm. And this year we talked about getting pigs and maybe some dairy goats later on. But right now we just have chickens. We have our meat chickens and our layers. And then of course we're going to add pigs here in the next month or so. So I started thinking about this even before we went to Baker Creek, that, you know, looking at what we eat as a family of 9, we don't eat a lot of fruits and vegetables usually. And we don't have a very diverse palate. So a lot of the stuff that we eat does come from the store, and it's processed foods. Then I listened to what he was saying, and I was listening to some of the speakers in Baker Creek, and I realized that what we really want to do is to change the way that we eat across the board. And so I started thinking that what we need to do as a family is to change our perspective on food. We eat a lot of grains, a lot of dairy, and we enjoy those things. But the way that we treat food and the way that we eat food has not always been the best. So one of the ways that I started thinking about this new sort of plan for our garden is that, like, take zucchini. I wasn't gonna grow zucchini because it's so cheap to buy. I was like, well, I'll just go to the farmer's market and buy it and pay someone else to raise it for me. But in reality, if we're trying to grow as much food as we can and change the way that we eat, I need to be growing that food myself. And if our goal is to raise what we eat, then I might as well just go ahead and plant that. Same with onions. I wasn't going to do onions this year. I didn't have very good luck with them last year. A lot of the onions that I grew last year turned really mushy and they weren't good for storage. I was watching Stacy from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy talk about how they plant their onions. And they start some of them from the bulbs, the little bulbs that you can buy, or she uses starts, and I've never used onion starts. I didn't even know that you could grow them like that. So I did find some, which I'm going to transplant into some soil today because our garden is so wet. We've gotten so much rain the last couple of weeks that it's really just a mud pit right now. We're gonna have to till it all again. But that was another thing that I was thinking, I'll just buy onions when I need them, but that's not the point. The point for us this year is to grow what we eat and eat what we grow. And so I need to be diligent to make sure that I'm implementing these things in our daily diet, replacing those other things that we don't really need, even though they're pretty yummy sometimes. And these have been in the package way too long. I hope they're still okay. These are late white onions, long day. I don't know a whole lot about onions, but I do love onions and I cook with them all the time. These are really root bound. Yikes. Got them all separated. We're gonna put them in this growing flat. All right. There's no order or rhyme or reason for how I'm laying these out. They'll just be able to relax their roots and just wait until it's safe to put them out in the garden. Next up is zucchini. A big old bag in that one. Alright, so I have one pot with 4 zucchini in it. And yes, it's Bonnie. I don't know anything about Bonnie plants. And yes, we are trying to grow as much as we can, non-GMO, anything like that. But at this point, the priority is getting food in the ground. And last but not least, I want to talk about the seeds that we got at Baker Creek. I didn't get as many this year as I have in the past, mostly because we had already ordered a bunch of seeds, but I'm really excited about the ones that I did get. So we got some Mizuna, Benny Houshi, I don't know how to say it, but it's really beautiful stuff. And according to VW Family Farm, which they just put out a video showing their progress in getting their garden in. They have a lot of this Mizuna growing. I had already picked this out before I saw their video, so it was neat to kind of see what somebody else thinks about it. So I'm really excited for that. These Job's tears are amazing. I'm going to show you what they look like. And you grow the plant for the seeds, which can be made into beads for necklaces and stuff. I thought that was really cool. I thought that's something that Charlotte might really enjoy doing for crafts. And then I got these Danish flag poppies. I've never grown poppies, and these are just absolutely stunning. So I'm gonna get these into the soil quickly because you're supposed to plant them as soon as the soil can be worked. These will go in my medicine garden, obviously not in the big garden out there. We've also got, which I had ordered this online, so it's already open, this red Malabar spinach. It's a vining spinach, and it's more for, this is tropical vine. It's a tropical Asian vine. So I'm super excited. Hopefully it'll do better during the summer months than typical spinach, and it's vining, which I'm really excited to see. I've been wanting to do some more trellising and some more vertical growing. Of course, when you buy seeds, they give you extra seeds, which is awesome. These are Amarillo carrots. We've gotten carrots before. We've gotten different kinds of tomatoes, bee balm lemon I got with one of my orders. So it's really great that they are so generous and they give out free seeds. And then these aren't Baker Creek, but I'm probably gonna have to replant our green beans that we planted. We planted Kalima beans, and only 2 of them have come up. So I'm really kind of bummed about that. I've always had really good luck with green beans. So I'm gonna try these Contender green snap beans. We'll see how they do. This is our front garden, what I usually call my medicine garden because it's got a lot of herbs in it. I just threw a bunch of seeds in here a couple weeks ago, and they're starting to come up. There's a lot of nasturtium I see, which is really beautiful. It's good for keeping aphids off tomatoes and things, kind of like marigolds do, and some other bugs out of your garden. Also, you can eat them. They are very good in salads and such. They're kind of spicy. This is my echinacea coming up from last year. I think this is valerian. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. But I know I have valerian in my garden. I just don't remember right now what it looks like. And for Mother's Day every year, Jeremiah's family does a flower exchange. So you bring flowers and then everybody brings flowers, and you end up with like 17 different flowers. So I got those to plant today. Portulaca, they're just really beautiful flowers. These ones are called sundial yellow, but really they come in all different colors. Marigolds, of course. I'm not sure what these are. I think that they're dianthus, but there's no card with them.
I pink them. But that's Bill.
Who's this guy? Who are you?
I'm Harry.
Can I ask you a few questions, mister?
Yeah.
Do you like gardening?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's so fun.
Yeah? What's your favorite? You got something in your hair here. Hold on. What's your favorite thing to grow?
Pumpkins and watermelons.
Why? Why do you like pumpkins and watermelons?
Because I get to cook them in peppers.
Okay, good. I like gardening too. It's fun gardening with you.
Yeah.
You gonna dig me a hole?
Yeah.
Okay.
A big one.
Okay. You're where I started it. What about this one?
Okay. Today we are gonna plant some plants. So for my Mother's Day, this is my Mother's Day.
So in short, I think what I need to do is sit down and replan what we're gonna put in our garden, besides what we've already started, of course, and really kind of think about how we can interchange what we're growing in the garden for what we already eat. Like, you know, most of the stuff that we make here, I make from scratch. So it's not all processed foods, but it is processed in certain ways, more than we might like. And I really want to get back to eating good fruits and vegetables that we've grown ourselves, instead of like chips and different side dishes that require a lot of processed foods. I want to get back to just whole foods, whole vegetables and fruits, and really learning how to make those. So I'm going to set that goal for myself this year, and I want you guys to keep me accountable for that. Growing really good, nutritious food for our family that we can cook in creative ways and learn to enjoy if we don't already know that we like it. So it sounds simple, but I know it's not going to be that simple. So I hope you guys keep me accountable for that, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's so nice to get outside and get my hands dirty, and I hope that the weather's nice. I hope that wherever you are, the weather's nice enough to get your hands dirty too. We'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, just popping back in here to say that on this Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Time, we're going to be doing our very first live video. We're going to answer some of the questions that you guys have left in the comments of previous videos about being a big family and farming, our animals, homeschooling. And if you guys have any specific questions that you want us to answer, you can put them in the comments of this video, or be ready with them during the live video, and we'll try to get them all answered. We're really excited. We like watching some of our other favorite channels do their live videos, and like I said, this is something we've never done before, so we're looking forward to it a lot, and hopefully we will see you guys there.